Hello Internet, welcome back to this your stream Manco Power. How you guys doing today? We are doing Doki Doki Literature Club. Hope you can enjoy the stream with me. It's been a few days since our last broadcast. Let's boot up our PC. Okay, so we are in the root server. Nothing new, so let's just go to the DLC. Okay, so let's go with the autosave. I feel like it always sets me. Hi again, Luke Sparrow. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Oh no, he set me back. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. I at least keep my word. I'm misreading this. That was me. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else already hang out. So I'm stuck on this part. I keep doing the same thing. I have like 3 days doing the same thing. Thanks for thanks for keeping your promises, Pharaoh. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment to you, for you, making you drive head first into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any club this year, and last year too. I don't know if I plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the classroom, in the clubroom. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying manga and manga. Manga is literature. It is. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Luke Sparrow always gives his best as long as he is having fun. He helps me with my busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy. It's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. What in the world? Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Luke Sparrow can become good friends too. Sayori. As usual. Saludo. Dímelo, ¿cómo va? Dame un segundo. ¿Me escucha?
Sí.
Se te oye
¿No
lejos.
lo voy a poner en YouTube?
Sí, está en YouTube. ¿Qué fue? ¿Se cayó el stream? No me digas que se cayó el stream.
Todavía. Déjame revisar.
Ah, que la pantalla se agachó. ¿Y qué fue? No sé por qué la pantalla se cambió. Qué cuerda. No lo vi subiendo. Ven acá, pero no se ve como que hay un live.
Ahí sí, ¿verdad? La pantalla la está moviendo.
¿Se ve el live? Porque yo no lo veo.
Sí, tú estás moviendo la pantalla.
Ok, sí, déjame ajustar. Pues yo estoy leyendo, pero qué cuerda me da cuando eso pasa. Yo no sé por qué cuando a cambio de escena me borra los assets. Ahí se ve mejor. I don't know why. Sometimes the assets, even though I have the game locked, it keeps on changing the presentation. I'm sorry, guys. Struggle streaming. Okay, where was I? Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? I love how Sayori is always like so cheerful. Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise.
Hello guys, good morning. No, good night.
Dímelo, ¿cómo va?
Estoy bien.
Estás jugando. Hoy le voy a dar otro juego. Estoy jugando Doki Doki Literature.
No puede ser.
Estoy jugando un juego de terror. Esto es
Sí, lo conozco, pero...
un terror psicológico. Lo había comprado hace rato, pero no lo había jugado y ahora lo estoy jugando.
Son nada, pero psicológico, eso es de LOL.
Eso es de otaku.
Eso no es de Loli, no es de Loli.
Son de otaku. A mí no me engaña. Eso de que juego de terror no.
Un date scene.
No. Dígalo de una vez, juego de otaku. Buscando minita, ya está. No pasa nada.
Nada que ver. No. Y realmente me está llamando la atención el juego. Me gusta un par de cosas del juego que ya están empezando a salir. Y es como la dinámica del grupo. Ya se empiezan a ver ciertos comportamientos psicológicos entre cada uno de los componentes. Hay que leer entre la línea un poquito más para entender el juego. Al menos hasta ahora, pero estoy en la primera hora.
Pero básicamente no es que la psicópata de pelo rosa se enamora de usted.
Loco, esta es la primera vez que lo juego, no he llegado hasta ahí todavía.
Bueno, no le digo spoiler.
Si hay una psicópata que se va a enamorar de mí, ya me dijiste demasiado.
Bueno, sí, no, pero, o sea, yo sí conozco el juego, pero yo hasta donde sé, yo no sabía que era de terror, pero nunca lo había jugado, lógicamente.
Lo venden como uno de terror. Lo primero es que este no es el juego. Lo que tú estás viendo ahora mismo es un juego adentro de un juego. Porque yo prendo una computadora. Si tú te ves, la parte de abajo de la pantalla te está poniendo opciones. Esas son las opciones dentro del juego que tú estás jugando. Pero tú eres la persona que está jugando el juego. O sea...
No, yo soy más de matarlo en lagartijas radiactivas.
Fallout.
Un Ballstadt, carmesí que nos tapé y ya.
Tú sabes que a mí me gustan los psicológicos. Porque que el slasher y el survivor es como muy predecible. Mientras que el psicológico, tú como que no te lo esperas. Como que, ¿qué? O sea, tú...
demasiado bueno para engancharme, a mí no me gusta eso.
O sea, el zombie... ¿Ya tú la jugaste esta? Bueno,
no, pero lo he visto y...
Lo puedes jugar en YouTube. Me sigue en YouTube y lo juega en YouTube. Es un nuevo estilo de juego, Let's Play.
¿Cómo? Lo sigo en YouTube y me lo juega en YouTube.
Exacto, tú me miras, yo lo juego por ti.
Ajá, no, lo estoy viendo de hecho.
Yo hasta le doy voces. Trato de darle voces a la muchacha. Trato de darle voces a la muchacha. Pero fíjate que yo, para empezar el juego, empieza como una computadora booteando. Y yo tengo que conectarme a la computadora. Y luego de que yo me conecto a la computadora, entonces prendo el juego adentro de la computadora que está simulando. O sea, ya yo estoy en el juego, pero en el juego yo tengo que ver la computadora que yo estoy jugando. Y yo, mierda.
Lo he visto jugarlo bueno, los pocas veces que he visto al Rubius, no sé si lo conoces.
No.
Lo he visto jugar eso. Y hay otro que es, bueno, en general, pero...
Ya hay par de assets que me han dicho como que verifícate que este archivo esté correcto cada vez que tú entras. Y yo, ¿cómo así? Parece que hay una IA que te altera los archivos, algo por ese estilo. Entonces, yo no sé si tú has visto Gravity Falls.
Sí.
Hay un episodio de una IA que se enamora de Sus y le cae atrás por todos lados. Yo estoy pensando que es más o menos en ese sentido que va a ir este juego.
Bueno, es que si le cuento algo...
No me cuentes. Vamos a llegar allá.
¿De qué cosa?
De la Loli.
¿Él no jugó ese juego?
No, en YouTube.
Sí. O sea, no lo he jugado, pero he visto la historia, sé la historia y cómo es.
Ahora vamos a ver. A mí me llamó la atención. Vamos a ver qué tal. Y además el precio fue bueno. Gratis. Estaba en la semana de Epic. Estaba gratis en la semana de Epic. Entonces no lo podía dejar pasar. Tenía rato tratando de comprarlo. Okay. It'll make me happy no matter what. It's that so. Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want me and you want to be. Alright. Well, here. He reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not even reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I'll look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off the scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. So this is my interaction with her. You're looking for something in there? Freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga? You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where other persons stand. How did you know anyway? I hear you bring it up. I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. Oh, what's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pulled it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to the book of the box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the breast. So here it is. She's starting her personality starting to shine through the conversation. So when she snatched that, she was really eager and she was really concentrated on the book itself. She forgot about me. She was really like on a OCD state. So this is where the things are happening. Much better. Seeing boxes set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know the feeling. I get closer to look at the books set she's admiring. Perfect Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. The probably means it's either way out of my demographic or simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door. Yep, she has the same point. People don't really like the otakus. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Luxferro. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girl from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features four girls in color attire, striking, animated, feminine pose. It's excitingly moe. Oh no, it's a moe. It's a moe book. Don't just stand there. Oh? Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the window sills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. There we go. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why is that? I guess it's easier to be closer together like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I opened the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hops. She hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Yep, I have had books like this where you're really into it, and then you share it with friends, and they're like, "What in the world is this?" I remember a book. What's the name of the book? It's a Spanish book, and it's called La Demencia entró en vigencia. That book is a crazy book about the human psyche. And I will show it to people, and people will be like flying through. It's a short read, but people wouldn't really understand the logic and the meaning of the book until like a second read through it. But it's interesting. Hold on, let me see. Let me see vigencia. Let me see if I have the I don't remember the writer. La Demencia entró en vigencia by Eduardo Silva. Yep. And this is Eduardo Silva is a Colombian writer. Really, it's a really good book. It's funny. It's in Amazon and it's like $50. I remember it was like expensive, but I didn't remember it was this expensive. Eduardo Silva, 2005. La Negra is the publisher. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Whoa! How long has it been since I read the beginning? Huh? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? This is something that I do. When I have a serialized anime or manga, I'm not reading manga much these days, but if I'm reading a serialized book or watching an anime, I will go back to the beginning, just like they do on TV, and start from episode 1. Not really. Maybe sometime after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? Huh? I am, but nothing really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of this since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Oh, I see. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot? Is there going to be plot? Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like, there's really funny chapters where they obsess with a guy at the ice cream shop, but that just helps you get to know the characters. Okay, so they do character development. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, it's all kind of a drama. Like when they get into all these backstories, and when some of the romance starts to happen, that's really what makes it good. There's so many touching parts. Ah, is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power. Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Oh, because she bakes too. Natsuki pauses for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah? Why does that matter? It doesn't. I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like I wouldn't ever get into anything because it's in the manga. I don't know. I don't know. I like some mangas that will show you how to bake. And they're really good. I feel bad for anyone that is impressionable. Ha ha ha. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explained Natsuki interested in baking. Still, all the hobbies to pick from a manga, of all the hobbies to pick from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention, she's really good at it. So, who am I to judge? Huh. We read on a few more minutes. I finished a couple of chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that, if you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. Oh yeah, that's fun. I'm a preacher. I like preaching about animes. So if you're tuning in right now and you haven't watched it, watch Mushishi. Mushishi. It's a really good anime. And it's also in the same way of this one, where it's a psychological horror. Great. If you really pay attention, you're gonna see a good reference to the mind and how people develop. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not. Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Oh, she has no friends. Jeez. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just don't think mangas for kids. Man, I have some mangas that you will cry if you think that they're for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. This is one thing that I do agree. Like, just because you don't like something, you don't have to tell me that I have to get out of it. Or if you outgrown it, you don't know why I like it. And for me, books, mangas, and stories, and comic books, and games, they're like a way not to escape reality, but to jump into a new adventure. And just because you don't have that passion or you don't have that hobby doesn't mean that my hobby is lesser or it has no value for me or it shouldn't have any value for me. Like, be aware of others and their likes. And you say it at the same time, there's people that you think about. Yeah, I'm not going there, but just think about the others. If they like it, leave them alone. It's not hurting you. Makes me punch them in the face. I know those kind of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge such less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitate toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for anyone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. I just can't wait. Can't wait to do. Well, it's paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading. Well, it's not like that solved any of my problems, maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So, jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happened. Natsuki puts a finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she is so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when, I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for who it's rare. It's a rare experience. The thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. Huh? Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Huh? Natsuki suddenly noticed how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. Close the book and hand it toward Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monica just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Eh? Is that really alright? I say, almost, because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. I will take care. It will take forever to finish it if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one book, just one before tomorrow, so I can start the next one. And if it gets banned, I'll kill you. I'll kill you by tomorrow. I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind or somehow if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's necessary that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up. Return to where I put my stuff and carefully slid the book into the bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone that's to share with you? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out the poems. Sayori's on a wrinkled sheet, loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composite notebook. I can't really see Monica's pristine handwriting from here, from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching to their bags. I do the same myself. And I don't know what's going on. I'm like tired. Okay, so who should I show my poem first? So let's go to Monica. I should start with Monica. Yesterday, she seems eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting an effort. Hi, Lux Pharaoh. Having trouble? Having a good time of a sort? Ah, yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever had any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, let's keep that in mind. Of course, I will be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Huh. Don't worry, Luxfero. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yep, that's true. At Monica, I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Luxfero. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, geez. No. It's kind of makes me think of something that Suki would write. And she's good writer too. She's a good writer too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. You could pick up Yui. Welcome to the stream. Thank you. There are lots of poems or stories out there that are no more than a few simple words. They can be funny, endearing, or even sad. That's 100% true. That's why I like books. Or not books, stories. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they are written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that will apply to anybody and any time. This is so true. I see. So you are saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she is not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they are super challenging to get the meaning of. So I can see why. It would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'll love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kind of style. Yep, that's true. But I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about imprisoning them or anything. Impressing them. Oh my god, I can't read. Impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. No, it has to be Lux Farah reading it. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the speckle protrudes? A noisy neighbor. An angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for clue. No, I can't see a real blind like a film left out in the sun, but it's too late. My retinas already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. Play Roblox in your next stream and then play Warrior Cat on it. Warrior Cat? I have Cat Quest. Amber. Warrior Cat. Warrior Cats. Warrior Cats. Okay. I'll make a note of it. I was looking out. So, what do you think? This is interesting. So, let's think about a little bit about her poem. I think she's going through something and she's trying to reach out with her poem. Is she though? Because she kind of blamed the situation into her environment, but then she rails it in like, no, I'm really misreading what's going on around me. But I feel like it's a good way. So we use expressions to really tell what's happening, but not really tell it. It's very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yep, that's kind of the style. Has gotten pretty popular nowadays. So everybody's doing freestyle poetry. That's a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say it had some kind of epiphany recently. I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. Yep, definitely. And epiphany. Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strong. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Yep, that happens to me all the time. Like I will come with subject that people will be like, what in the world? Here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on specific points. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you will never make any progress. If you force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this, if you keep pen in the same spot for too long, you will just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thank you for listening. Okay. Warrior cats. So Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? What do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that might be after reading through it. So it's that bad? No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we already haven't gotten anywhere. I might take Yuri a while to get used to the new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick writing styles separate from the topic names, and they fit the two together. That makes sense, yes? That makes sense. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Why? Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Oh, of course. That's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I'll also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I should be thinking about people like that. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Oh my god, I can't read today. Sorry, it's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Yep. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity to her. Which myself kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be literature club? Yep. Goes under the light. The tendril of my hair illuminates beneath the amber glow. Baffled. It must be this one. The cast remaining staring to leave without the test of time. The cast yet to be replaced by the flickering blue-green hue of the future. I battle, calm, breathing air of the present, but leaving in the past. The little flickers flicker back. I'm sorry. I have such a terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Yes, it did. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Huh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Huh? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, looks feral. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, suppose you did. Only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thought, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell simple stories or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn. I guess even though it's nothing really. Well, it'll make me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yep, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Okay, what should I do? Guys, give me a little break. I need to go to the bathroom really quick. I'm gonna let Natsuki be the last one. So let's go with Sayori. This is a good poem, Lux Pharaoh. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. Is it not good? I'm the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time. I guess you're right, but that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the classroom. Huh? uh, well, of course, I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. I see. It's like I said before, Alexia. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Try new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thank you, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she is part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her, you know. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here too. That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that. Yay! Now you will read the poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Well, we'll see about that. Sunshine. The way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until the morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can answer just a little bit as a yes or no question. I forgot to do it at last time. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better that a little bit about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that I was a bad poet. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast, even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I'll get cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Nope. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica is the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. And now Natsuki. Hello, Natsuki. Oh. Okay. Well, let's start with the thing I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. When I wrote, I'm thinking this was I made a mistake. I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. Oh, in fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poem? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share your thoughts. Like Monica said, well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was already bad. You're supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha ha ha. Well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So, so in other words, you are saying you liked it? Natsuki's retorts get caught in her throat. You don't understand anything, don't you? I've already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you are all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually Pretty sure you usually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must already have or hate on the snow. What? Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she likes my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetah can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. Yeah. I told you that. Something like that. I told you that you weren't going to like it. I liked it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated about and stuff. So people don't even take my writing advice very seriously. But isn't the people of poem for people to express themselves? Okay, so your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yeah, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you so hard, like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. I understand, but the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did? I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what I mean. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here. Did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't make that away from her. I won't take that away from her. Okay, phew. I guess that's everyone. glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all, I cited. I guess the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Atsuki. They gently exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems, and they read it in tandem. I guess each of their expression changed. Natsuki eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this leak? Didn't you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki admissively returns to the poem to the desk with one hand. Ah, thanks. That's cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clear about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just mean the language, I guess. It was trying to say something nice. Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice today? Thanks, but I really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I guess I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually likes it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Lux Farrell did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my son. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I don't expect it to change any time soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Luxero likes my poem too. You know, he's being told he was impressionable. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested. Huh? That's not what, Yuri, stand up as well. Maybe you are just jealous that Lux Pharaoh appreciates my advice more than I appreciate yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do over cutesy. hmm. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one who boots magically grew a size bigger. I wasn't the one who boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Lucifero started showing up. What? Her boobs are bigger? Natsuki? That's a little. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turn around me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Looks fair. She just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then it would have prepared. What? Then it would have happened in the first place. What the world am I reading? I don't understand. I'm making up the words. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should just jump out of the reader onto the force them, not to force them to have a fight in it or fight out. Help me explain that to what? Help me explain that to her. Looks feral. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expensive words. There's a reason we have so many deep and expensive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feeling and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Lux Pharaoh? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they will probably think more highly of me. So Of course, that's going to be. Let me go with Natsuki. Yuri, you're really talented. Well, but Natsuki has a point. I think that I racked my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with few words can be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take over, and Natsuki poem did a really good job at it. At that. Yeah, it did it? Shows how much you know. That's not Natsuki. I think that's enough. Aww. Me? But she was so mean to me. Natsuki's voice whines. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing, and sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even a small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki voice gets caught in surprise. Thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that barely audible. Yuri? You look at me dejectedly. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said, so you don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so. Hey, it's not like you need to apologize for me, Look Sparrow. Jeez. Natsuki takes a breath. The thing about Natsuki glances around the room. Would everyone stop staring at me? Surprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she bolstered. Sayori and Monica look away. Anyway, the thing about your boobs, I didn't mean it. Okay? That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Well, to pick a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for. I disagree, Monica. About what? That's not the most important thing about literature club. The most important thing is having fun. Oh, of course. Well, I guess that's why you're a vice president, Sayori. Hehe. In the end, though, Monica's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can't spend all my time. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing the poem? It was lots of fun. Well, I'll say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Cheryl, how about you? Yeah, I'll say the same. It was neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll be do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poem will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kind of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Sayori looks feral. Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Yay! Sayori beams at me. It really has been a while since Sayori and I spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. But that kind of thing happened often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise, they are both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why. They'll make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Sparrow, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's every day is going to be so much fun. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yep. Let's do this. Okay, so what is this? So we have, I need 20 words. So let's use lazy, hopeless, loud, entropy, disoriented, inside, inferno, laugh, pleasure, defeat, withdrawal, sparkle, jumping, daydream, determination, rain cloud, kawaii, and let's see, train. That's funny. This oh, so at the end I did take Yuri with me. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the classroom, the usual scene greets me. Hey, Luxero. So let's save. Save it here. And guys, I'm gonna leave it here. It's already midnight, 12:30. So I'm gonna leave it here and I'll see you back on the next stream. Okay, let's try that Roblox.